Dissection of violence here. We got another one for UFC Vegas 118. I think it could be. I don't remember. All I know is we're going to recap last card, which was UFC Macau, nice and quick, and then we're going to get into UFC Muhammad versus Bonfim. Um, let me get closer. I gotta get a new chair. This phone just fucking broke. I'm a minimalist, guys. I know I should have a new studio, new mic, etc., but I'm a minimalist. Try to save as much as I can. And after this trip in July, I won't be going on any more trips. Gonna be, and as you can tell, I don't get any haircuts. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm streaming actually going. Okay, perfect. I don't get haircuts. I try to look as hideous as possible so that no one assumes anything about me or what I do. Um, but yeah, when I'm in Vegas, I kind of do have to look the part. So I'll be going to the McGregor card. We're gonna just I'm finalizing the tickets. Haven't got them finalized yet, but hopefully here soon. It's not easy, man. I'm just trying to get the seat I want, and if I don't get the seat I want, then I don't know what I'll do. I might go, I might not, but I really don't care to. If I do go, it's mainly just to see McGregor's last fight. Um, if I don't get the seat I want, and then I won't care where I sit. But because I care where I sit, it's gonna be a lot. But I'm only getting one ticket, so where I want to sit, they usually only sell them in two. So I'm trying to get like a homie to hook me up. But we'll see if he can hook me up. Yeah, guys, enough about me. You guys don't give a shit about me or what I'm doing on the side. You just want to get these picks, and yeah, I'll give them to you right now. Just let me get through this UFC Macau card. And yeah, so we got UFC Macau, nothing great. Made money, obviously. It's usually, I haven't had a UFC card where I didn't make money since like October. Hello, my friend. Sorry, the cat's in here. And yeah, we'll get through it. Let me see. Sorry, just want to make sure. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so yeah, UFC Macau. Starting out, we had I'd say it was like well, let me go through the card. I'll do it after. But Jacqueline Eminem versus Loma Lookboonmee. I'm not surprised here. Loma Lookboonmee stuffed the takedown, did okay to start, but once she got taken down, it was pretty much GG's from that point on. Loma just is not the grappler that Jacqueline is, and Jacqueline is just a world class jiu-jitsu player. And when she gets to her position, she's super dangerous, and that she did. So good finish for Jacqueline, first round finish, and she looked good doing it. I mean, like the finish, on the feet, she's horrific to watch. Her takedowns were she basically pulled guard, so it's like nothing really too tremendous about that. But yeah, she got the win. Congrats to Jacqueline Marin, legit grappler, and not too bad to look at as well. So that was nice. Anyways, moving on. Not gonna speak about this fight long. We had Rodrigo Vera versus Zhang Ji Zhu. I didn't really have a strong read for this fight, honestly. I was leaning Zhu early, but then I'm like, man, I don't know. So I just had this fight as a coin flip pass. And thank God I didn't bet because I liked Zhu. And to start the fight, there was a reason why I liked Zhu. I just feel like he had more power. Um, I just feel like he was more dangerous on the feet. But it turned out to be Vera actually getting the KO here. So I was pretty surprised in that ending. But, Vera has good pressure. He's either trying to cage wrestle you or grapple you. And if you can't get the cage wrestling going, he's got some power to rely on. So now I know he is no joke. I know his record's already good, but sometimes with these big record guys, they don't look that good when it comes to the real stage. I can't remember. There's a guy, Brazilian guy, who has a really really good record like that, who's not very good. So I don't know. I know he has a win over the guy who fought 2 weeks ago. Whatever his name is, I can't remember. He beat Malcolm Lawmaker. But yeah, Rodrigo Vera is legit. Definitely gonna keep note of that. Sorry, I'll check one more time. Okay, we're good. Yeah, Vera got the win. Moving on. Angela Hill versus Yao Nanzhan. Now I'm gonna speak a little bit about this. What was that? Yao Nanzhan looked so bad. She was like throwing punches like hammer fists. She looked so bad. That right hand was just atrocious. Her hooks weren't the worst. They were actually decent. The live bet for this spot for Angela Hill was money. I was just worried that eventually Young would find her timing and range in the second. And after the second round, you could have added, but there was no value left. But yeah, it was basically free. Like whoever played Angela pre-flop, good on you. That was a really good play. I thought Young looked terrible, and Hill looked like negative 1,000 out there. So good win for Angela Hill. Completely schooled Young. Young landed some decent shots, like decent hooks, like some, but she just completely got worked this fight. 19-3. She clearly has not fought anyone to the level of a UFC girl. So I thought um, Angela Lee and other wins of hers maybe could help her here, but no, these girls are not at the level of. I feel like she'd do better against a grappler. But yeah, Angela Hill just did her thing and completely outclassed her on the feet. So good win for Angie, and yeah, Young is gonna look. She's gonna get absolutely smoked in the UFC. But yeah, moving on. Good win for Angie. Moving on with Luis Garule versus Ray Taira. Taira got the sub. I had sub, so I made a little bit of money on that. Taira is just a legit grappler, man. He's got really good grappling, legit jiu-jitsu. He's dangerous for 1 round at least. Yeah, man. Ray Taira is the truth when it comes to jiu-jitsu, but you know, you never know what could happen in the second and third. Garule could have cooked in the second and third, but it didn't get to that point, so we never know. But yeah, good win for Taira here. Looked really good and got the win at home. Or not home, but in front of the Asian crowd. I guess that's as home as it. Oh, not home. Sorry, it's as familiar as it could possibly be. I guess Japanese is not exactly the same, obviously, but regardless, it's better than fighting in America probably for him. So good for Sayura, got the win. Moving on. The Asian fighters had a really rough card, so that's why I brought it up. We had Cody Haddon versus Eric Lane. I had Cody Haddon in the parlay with Jake Matthews. Haddon was just free. Like he had every advantage in this fight. He was a better striker, better grappler. He actually did get. He said he got a little scared of Aori, and I can attest to that. Aori's a scary looking guy. He looks like some night crawler under your bed. But Cody got the win. Beautiful knee to the body against the cage, and yeah, Aori just crumpled. So yeah, actually he took a knee to the body, hurt him, and then he knee to the body again and just crumpled. I think it was to the ribs too. So nasty finish by Cody. Yeah, man. Guy's legit. I really like Cody Haddon. He's a really skilled fighter. Moving on, Jose Souza versus Meng Ding. Meng Ding is just too hittable. I felt like if he had a better process, better entries, maybe some better grappling, he could have done more. But he just was losing optically. Like he was getting pieced up from range, and he just couldn't do anything to adjust to it. And honestly, it was just really hard to watch. Like I had Meng Ding as a bet. I gave him out, but then live, I could not play Souza because after the second round, I'm like, man, this is probably like either 2-0 Souza or 1-1 at worst for Souza. And in the third round, Souza won. So it's like it was pretty obvious it was a Souza fight. I don't get why it was a split, honestly, but regardless, good win for Souza. That was a clean win, and yeah, congratulations. Yeah, Jose Souza got the win. Sorry guys, I wasn't on the Discord as much. I was helping out with another Discord. Don't worry about what the details of that were. It's not my place to advertise. But yeah, there are some really good minds in the game. I'm gonna list you a few after this. Screw it, I'll do it now. We have Lucrative James, who's been killing it as of late. We have Bookie Slayer. We have Brandon All of Us's channel, who's doing this thing. We have Narco Cop MMA, really, 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 really killing it this year as well. We have a bunch of really good minds in the community. I could list more, honestly. Some of them don't even have names. They're just that good. Not that having a name doesn't make you good or anything, but some guys just do their shit in the shadows. A lot of big names out there that deserve a shout out as well. Pepe Sylvia, like there's a bunch of guys out there. So I don't say this because I don't say this for any other reasons that I just want you guys to win. I don't care about who you get your information from, honestly. Like as long as you guys are making money, that's all I care about. This isn't about me making money from you guys. I don't get anything from you guys. My Discord's free. But yeah, guys, if I can help you guys, point you guys to the right direction, and maybe help you guys make some money, I'll do that. So all these guys are I didn't list them in order or anything. It's just names that came off the top of my head, but definitely give these guys a chance. That they're good at what they do. So alrighty, guys. Yeah, back to the whatever. Yeah, Jose Souza got the win. Good on him. I feel like he's gonna have his day though soon because this guy is just too defensively void sometimes, and he doesn't deal well with calf kicks. So we'll see. But he is confident and he's decently tough, so we'll see. Moving on, Luis Felipe Diaz versus Yisak Lee. Yisak Lee is horrible, does not belong in the UFC. Felipe has terrible defense on the feet, so he will pay for that at some point, but He completely made Lee look stupid with the blitzes, hurt him a few times, and if he really wanted to get him down, he probably could have, but he was coming out there for a bonus, got a KO, and this guy's on all the sauce, so there's no doubt in my mind he's on all the sauce, but regardless, he got the win. He was probably one of our biggest plays of the card. Cash that, easy. Felipe Diaz, boom. Moving on, we had, actually, I made a bet, Sumaderji versus Alex Perez. Sumadarji was actually, in my opinion, winning the fight. Actually, a lot of people's opinion. And then in the second round, he landed in a groin strike that completely took Alex Perez out of commission. He was puking, needed the bucket, he needed to go to the hospital, etc. So yeah, man, it is what it is. Perez, I'm not gonna call him out saying he was faking or anything. I legitimately think he did get hurt to the balls, but regardless, man, it was unfortunate because I thought Sue was winning. Two of the judges in the first round gave it to Perez, which was absolutely insane. He did nothing, but the way the fight was going, Sue was going to get that win. Yeah. So yeah, Sue Maderji is that guy, and he's improving at a rapid rate. So I'm excited to see who they give him next. I would count it as a win for him if I was in the UFC, but to be fair to Alex, it was only a minute 45 into round two, I think. So yeah, it didn't really last long enough to where the UFC will, oh, it's a win, we'll reward it as a win. No, it is what it is. They might run it back. Who knows? But yeah, Sumaderji, I feel like he just has this guy's number. He's too small. He's too predictable, and Sumaderji is just too fast, too dynamic. Has really improved his game. It's actually impressive how much he's improved his game, and it would have been a win for the home crowd too if he would have won. So that's really unfortunate for Stu to get that win kind of stolen from him. But again, you're responsible for your weapons, and he screwed up by landing low, so you can't really blame anyone else but him. So moving on. Carlston Harris versus Jake Matthews. Carlston Harris should not be in the UFC, man. His grappling is his strongest asset. And Jake Matthews absolutely outgrappled him, outstruck him. He outboxed him. And now let's talk about Jake Matthews. This guy has to be one of the dumbest humans on the UFC roster. This guy is literally taking him down and playing in his guard when he knows he's a better boxer and could potentially knock him out. And then in the third round, he drops him bad, makes him face plant, and instead of letting him back up, this guy enters his guard. Like, you cannot make this stuff up. Jake Matthews, and then after the fight, he's like, I reckon I could have got the finish. I don't know why I can't do my Australian accent. I reckon I could have got the finish, but he's just tough. He's a tough guy. Yeah, I can't do my Australian accent right now. Sorry, guys. But regardless, this guy's an idiot. He's like, I don't know how I didn't get the finish. I don't know how. I know how you didn't get the finish. You entered his guard when he was concussed. You could have let him back up, looked to ground and pound from standing position, but instead you enter his half guard and let him recover. So, no one else to blame but yourself, Jake, for not getting the finish. And yeah, but I don't care. After the second round, I saw him go for that stupid Kimura from top position. I'm like, yeah, this is going to go to a decision. This guy's too stupid to finish the fight. So I played Jake by decision, RB out of my finish props, and yeah, Jake is a special character. Very, very interesting how he fumbled to finish like that. Moving on, Kaya Sakura versus Smotherman. This was a smash spot, man. This was such a smash spot. Cameron Smotherman is dog water. He is not meant to be in the UFC. He is experienced, I guess. He has some, explosivity, decent takedown defense, but man, you're losing to all these guys, man. Like, what is your record even in the UFC now? It's probably atrocious right now. He's lost three straight, hasn't won since Jake Hadley, who's fighting in PFL right now. So it's like, is that really a great win? I don't know. I think Kaya Sakura's fought the who's who, beat the who's who, and now he's in the division where he's not depleting himself. He's nasty on the feet, doesn't need to worry about the takedown threat with Smotherman. This was always a KO for Asakura, so kind of pissed I didn't play this, like the KO. Um, yeah, because I had a feeling Kai was going to knock his ass out, so. Yeah, man, Kaya Sakura, on to bigger and better things. Hopefully they give him a ranked opponent or something, because this guy's legit. Shouldn't be fighting these lower ranked guys because I don't know how old he is, but he should be taking advantage of his youth. Moving on, we have Sergey Pavlovich versus Taliesin Teixeira. 1 second. Oh my god, my shirt's gonna be so. Hello, hi. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. For only downside of having cats. So, yeah. Sorry, just want to make sure she got on there. She's gonna be bugging me. I gave her about 5 minutes. She's gonna start climbing on things and get me annoyed. Yeah. So yeah. Next we have Sergey Pavlovich versus Texera. Not much to say about this. Texera absolutely got fucked up. Mismatch. It was one of the biggest mismatches on the card. And yeah, not much else to say. Pavlovich got it done. Made it look easy. Like it was easy because if you're going life or death with Derek Lewis, but you managed to look good against Pavlovich, nothing makes sense, I guess. Alrighty, moving on. Ming Yang Zhang versus Alonzo Menifield. Alonzo Menifield, he just meat-headed his way through this. Ming Yang Zhang is absolutely dog awful. Like really bad. He literally what? He literally gassed out after 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, and yeah, it was really painful to watch. So I don't know what they're gonna do with Ming Yang. He looked good when he first got into the UFC, but he's just looked really bad in this last little bit, and I just don't know who they're gonna give him next. That like, because Alonzo Menifield is in the top of the division, and he completely like beat him up. And yeah, I don't think Ming Yang has any durability, defense. I don't think he's very good. He embarrassed himself at home, so this is gonna be a huge, not only oral loss, but a huge like blow to his confidence. I just don't think this guy's gonna, come back from this. I think he's in fact gonna even get worse potentially. Like he has some really bad losses on his career. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, screw you, Zhang Ming Yang or whatever. You're just not good. Moving on. Song Yadong versus Davison Figueredo. Again, I don't know what the hell this was. I think Davison just kind of like quit after 2 rounds. It's weird because he won the first round. That was the funny part, and then he just gassed, I guess. He was starting to get touched up a bit, and then he shot a takedown, I think, and then completely just put his head into a guillotine and tapped immediately. It wasn't even like a second for him to fight the hands or drag out or nothing. Pretty embarrassing loss for Figueredo, but whatever, man. It's not even his weight class, so not that big of a deal. Let me give you guys my honest assessment of the card. I would probably give it a maybe like a 6 or a 7. Oh my god, I did it. I'm not doing the thing. Nope, not doing. You guys can do that at home. I'm not doing the thing. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you don't, well, good. You're probably better off mental health wise not to know what I mean there. Anyways, yeah, I gave her a 6 or 7, whatever. And as far as the prospect of the card, I can't remember who I said for that. Probably Cody Haddon, I think. Yeah, and he delivered. So good one for Cody Haddon. Fight of the night. I can't remember who I said for that. I think it was either Rodrigo Vera, King Zhu, or someone like Mang Dang or Souza, something like that. I don't remember exactly who I said. Yeah. Who even got fight of the night? Let me see. Man, Zhang Big Man versus Menifield. Interesting. I don't know how that's fight of the night, but whatever. It's literally less than a round. 100K bonus to each fighter for that. Wow. Man, this shit don't make sense. Anyways, and yeah, I did well on my picks, so I'm happy, man. I did well on the card. I'm pretty content with how I did. Okay, moving on. Let's see how long I talk about this for. 18 minutes. Wow, I yapped a little too long. Let's get this over with. UFC Fight Night, Muhammad versus Bonfim. Let's start with the bottom. Oh my goodness, I don't think I got into the J-Cell Chavez fight. I'm gonna do tape really quickly while I'm on the thing. While I talk about this next fight. So which we'll start off with Ketlin Souza versus um Ariana Konalowski or Karnalosi, sorry. Law Chavez, yeah. And I'm gonna turn down the volume so you guys don't have to hear me watch this. Yeah, I don't really know much about this fight. Like, I think this is a close fight. I think Souza should be the favorite, but I don't think Carnelossi is gonna like win her fight like she did. She's gonna win her fight like she did the last time they fought because I think Souza's also in a lot better shape than she was before. I think. One sec. That hurt my thumb. Anyways. Yeah, Carnelosi is just not good, man. Like she is pretty trash. Like she's strong, she's on the sauce, don't get me wrong, but like she gets tired. She gets really tired, and she was losing their fight versus Piera. If she didn't get those headbutts, she would have lost. She submitted Estela Nunes, okay, back in, what was it, 5 years ago? So her last real win was 5 years ago. Um, she gets tired, and we're fighting Souza, who does not get tired, and she does put on a pretty good pace. I could see another late finish for Souza here. Um, she's got good jiu-jitsu. She can be dangerous on the feet. I'm gonna go with Souza here. Round three or decision is my pick. I just think Carnelosi gets tired, and yeah, I don't think Souza. I don't think Souza's not gonna let her off the hook if she does get tired. I think she's gonna press her, look for a TKO, potentially get it to a submission. But I could also see this fight going to a decision because Carnelosi is tough, and if you can't get her down, I feel like she could just hang in there till the decision. So it's gonna be an interesting fight. I just think Carnelosi is not riding any momentum into this fight, whereas Ketlin is. Ketlin absolutely dominated Bruna Brazil and kind of dogged her out. So I could see her doing the same thing here. Ariane is just not good, and I could just see Arnalasi. I could just see Ariane just getting tired quick and then just getting pieced up for the 3 rounds. So I don't know, man. Honestly, this is a women's MMA fight I have no interest in. Let me look at these odds real quick and then I'll make a decision. Let me see here. My eyes are heavy. It is, yeah, it's pretty fair. I think like negative 300, negative 250 is fair. So, yeah, Carlos, he's gonna probably gas out and get pieced up here. Nothing more to say. Moving on, we have Gisele Chavez versus Dubin. Dubin is one of the worst to do it, man. I'm not gonna speak long about this. Like, who is she beating? She knocked out Shannon Clark. Will be. She got one lucky fluke punch. Doesn't mean much to me. She's literally, she can be dangerous in the feet, but she got absolutely destroyed by what's her name, Carly Judice. And Chavez went to a war with Montenegro. She also doesn't have really great wins, but I just think she has more talent than Dubin. Let's see here. What are the odds? Like negative 400. Not really much you could do with that. I'd probably just play like TKO or something, but I don't know, man. I just feel like one's here to scrap, one's here to land a big bomb, and she doesn't get that big bomb. She's gonna get overwhelmed with volume, and I just think Chavez is gonna be a little too sharp for her. What, honey? And yeah, I just think this is a bad matchup for Dubin. I think anyone really in the division with a pulse is a bad matchup for Dubin. I just don't think Dubin is any good, and I think Chavez is shown to be a dog. Like she will scrap, and she's gonna be in there and do her thing, and she's gonna be a little more accurate with her punches. So I'm gonna go with Chavez here. I think Chavez is just a better fighter, and yeah, man, it's hard for me. I don't like. I try to get a. I try to get at least like a little bit of time to talk about these fights, but man, it's hard because Dubin doesn't really deserve longer than like a minute and a half to talk about. And it's pretty much like whoever Dubin's fighting, you just play the other side pretty much because Dubin is really that bad. So yeah, we'll see, guys. I'm just gonna keep it short. Not gonna speak too long about this abomination of a fight. And yeah, moving on. Joannison Brito versus Jordan Levitt. I gotta go with Brito, man. This is pretty self-explanatory. Brito is only losing to the best guys. Jordan Levitt is not that. He showed his last fight he's a prospect killer or whatever, but I don't really see Del Valle as a prospect killer. It's like this guy is shown to have bad takedown defense, has shown to have bad cardio, relies on guillotines and stuff like that. And I just feel like if that doesn't work, he's kind of screwed. And I feel like he just got outsmarted. Sorry, my fucking Wi-Fi is being weird. Come on, man. Load, load, load. I have to go on my phone because I just don't know why it's doing that. I think Brito, yeah, negative 176 right now. Let me see here. Oh my goodness. Is it going for all Wi-Fi? Okay. All right. Yeah, Brito is. Look at the guys he's losing to. William Gomez split decisions. You're gonna have to have a better striking game than him. Be able to avoid the big moments. This guy's an absolute beast. He's gonna slam you, knock you into a different dimension. He's got some good submissions, legit black belt. This guy's a beast. He just doesn't have a great process or fight IQ. You're fighting. He TKO Jack Shore, nasty shin to cut. Submitted Pierce, Lucas Alexander, knocked out Andre Philly, knocked out Weston, knocked out some other guys, Chepe. This guy's a beast. So it's like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like Sabatini is a really really good grappler, good cage grappler. Jordan Levitt is just Jordan Levitt. He is. I know it's Pride Month and he should be able to use that as motivation, but I just don't think this guy's any good. Like he is. I know he lost to Carlinson by points, which is actually pretty crazy if you think about it. But yeah, no, we're knocking out Victor Martinez. We're beating Matt Stiles. The Troy Ogden fight was such a fluke. He beat Kurhalaba, so he has good grappling, but I just think Brito's much better. So I'm gonna go Joanderson Brito here by TKO. Maybe even a submission. I just feel like this guy is just levels above Brito, or sorry, levels above Levitt. He has more ways of finishing the fight, more dangerous, and I don't think Levitt is gonna like being in there with Brito, getting hit by Brito. I just feel like Levitt can fold at the slightest bit of adversity, and I just feel like Brito, if he touches you or hurts you clean, like we saw the fight against Isaac Thompson, like this Thompson's tough and he handled it, but I don't know if Levitt can handle what he gave out to Thompson. So I'm gonna go Brito here, probably round one or two TKO or submission. That's my guess. Moving on, we have Chelsea Chandler versus Priscilla Cachoeira. Not much you could really even say with this fight. I just gotta say Priscilla Cachoeira. I lean her to win. This is a really bad fight. Like both girls are pretty awful. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Chelsea Chandler. I don't know when the last time she fought was. I'm getting tired. I can't take an energy drink because it's like 3 in the morning, right? So I gotta try to wrap this up for you guys, but still gonna give you quality content. So yeah, she hasn't won a fight since 2024 against Josiane Nunes, which is whatever. She's gonna scrap. She's gonna box, but like it's gonna be a boxing fight. None of them really throw kicks or shoot takedown. I guess Chandler shoots takedowns, so it is close. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like training with Amanda Nunes, Cachoeira is gonna be, you know, she's gonna be trying to make it a fight and. I don't know. I feel like she could land a big shot on Chandler and put her down. So I'm gonna go Cachoeira here. Let me see what odds they have for her. And I'm feeling it right now. Yeah, that's a coin flip. I'm gonna lean Cachoeira at plus money. It's pretty intriguing, but I'm not taking the bait. This is such a bad fight. Both girls are just not good fighters, and it's not worth taking a plunge. How many more fights do I have to talk about? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Wow, I'm gonna be here for a little bit, I guess. All right, boys. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Priscilla Cachoeira here. Do not bet with confidence in this fight. I don't really think Chandler can handle Cachoeira's power, and if she can't get Cachoeira down, I feel like this is gonna play out really close. And yeah, I gotta lean Cachoeira here. This is an AIDS fight if I've ever seen one, but I'm gonna go Cachoeira here. This is yeah, it's gonna be a decent spot for her to get the win. Moving on, we have Edgar Chairez versus Bruno Silva. I gotta go with Edgar Chairez here, but man, it's close. It's another really close fight. I just think Edgar Chairez has the better striking, but it's not by much. I feel like this is a coin flip. One guy has long range weapons, where the other guy's boxing is more tighter with his hooks. Kind of looks like a Brazilian Ilia Topuria, I would say, versus a member of MS13. I feel like because of the elevation, he didn't fight to his potential against Bunez. He kind of just fought reserved, and I don't think you can do that versus the better guys. And Felipe Bunez kind of like showed him like you fight like that, you're gonna potentially lose a controversial decision, or you could even just lose outright. So I'm gonna go Edgar Chairez here, especially at plus money. I think he wins. Let me see the odds here. Edgar Chairez. Let me see here. Let me see. Edgar Shirez. Is he a junior? I don't know. Edgar Shirez. Yeah, it's just like a coin flip, man. It's so hard for me to get excited about these types of fights, man. Like Felipe Buna's taking him to a split was just a really rough watch. I had money on Edgar, and he just completely almost fumbled the bag, and he would wait to the end of the round to actually throw, and it's like, man, why are you waiting to the last round? You were when you did go, you were hurting him, but it's like you were just waiting for the perfect moment to go, and I'm like, there's not going to be a perfect moment if you're not throwing, some volume out there or like really making him think, back him up a bit, like. Bruno Silva is not going to show fear, and if he doesn't show fear, I feel like this is going to be a really close fight. So I don't know, maybe Shirez edges the volume, but if you can't get the respect of Bruno Silva, I feel like it's going to be a long night and it's going to be a close fight. So gonna lean at Shirez here, but man, it's close, and I don't really have any dog in this race as far as betting wise. I just can't really decide. Moving on, we have Marcus McGee versus John Yanis. I gotta go with Marcus McGee. I have him as a smaller favorite than he is now, though. I think the odds have kind of blown out of proportion. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go McGee here. I gotta go McGee here by. Oh man, this is tricky because McGee, he's not exactly the guy that you want to sit there and put your parlay rely on him, but he also hasn't looked bad in the UFC. Like he won against Journey Newsom, JP Buys, Gaston Bolanos, but all these guys suck. He fought Jonathan Martinez and he got calf kicked so bad he could barely walk. And yeah, he won. Don't get me wrong. He did the better work, especially early on. But now you're fighting John, who's also going to scrap you. He is pretty dangerous. He's got KO power. Um, I don't know if he's going to be able to KO McGee. I don't know if even McGee's been KO'd, but that's why I said this is like a weird fight. I would not mark at negative 550 or negative 600 for McGee. I think that's a little too much. So I'm gonna have to go with McGee as a pick, but as a bet, it's like it's dog or pass for me at these odds. Like it's just like I have no interest to play anybody at these odds. Don't not because I don't think Giannis can win, but it's like I'm not really in the business of like hunting value losers because I do think he's gonna lose. It's just man, these odds are just tempting to play John, and it's like yeah. Anyways, you guys get the picture. If you have a confident side here, rock with that. Other than that, I just wouldn't really bother with this fight. It's things could go wrong, and I just think Giannis is he's gonna fight for your money, and for that kind of price, it's like you might as well just take Giannis. But also keep in mind he's not expected to win this fight. I just feel like John Giannis is a scrapper, and he can make it ugly, and maybe he can land something here, but. If he can't land something and he's just forced to chase McGee with his footwork and stuff like that, it's gonna be a long night. So I'm gonna go McGee here, but yeah, it's not. I don't agree with the line. Moving on. We ignore that. Into group chats. I think. I think. I think this next one's pretty wide too, if you ask me. We had Iwo Barnowski versus Junior Tafa. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, I think Barnowski wins. But the thing about Barnowski is he gets hurt on the feet. Like if you watch that fight with Ebo, he hurt him on the feet. Like he was pretty tired as well. Like I feel like he's got power, he's got submission, he's definitely a finisher, and he could finish Tafa 110%. But man, if Tafa lands on this guy, I feel like he could really hurt him. I feel like the KO for Tafa is live. And if Tafa touches that chin, I don't think he's going to make the mistake Evo did by just swinging recklessly and letting him find his counter punches or whatever. I feel like maybe even Tafa could be a better striker. So it's like I don't know. Um, the one thing I know Tafa doesn't have is grappling. And if Tafa gets taken down, I easily see Evo just finding the submission and just calling it a night, nice, quick, and easy. So I'm gonna go Evo. Obviously, that's gonna be my pick. But at these odds, it's like, man, you're counting on him to get that submission and or potentially even knock him out. But it's like I'm not playing that game when Junior Tafa's coming off a win, riding some momentum, and he's got, in my opinion, he could even have the better striking. So I would probably just be careful with this one. I would stay clear of betting this one. I just think Junior Tafa is riding momentum, and he is a dangerous guy. And you're giving me what are the odds at right now? Let me see. Yeah, like negative 350 in my opinion is too wide. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I gotta go with Evo though. Evo by finish is probably the most likely outcome. Moving on, Matt Chanel versus Alessandro Costa. I gotta go with Costa here, but like, man, again, what are with these odds, man? This one especially, in my opinion, because you're giving me negative 700 on Costa. When does this guy ever cover that line? Like, he was a lesser favorite, I'm pretty sure, to Aiden Korea. Like, that's crazy to me. Negative 370. Like, what? Or no, Alden Korea, my bad. Stuart Nichols is what I'm thinking of. He was negative 410. How are you a bigger favorite to Matt Schnell? Like, that doesn't make sense. Matt Schnell is a lot of things. He's chinny. He could be submitted. But man, is this guy like he could be a dog as well. And we saw that in his fight with Sumaderji. We've seen him fight pretty hard. He's lost most of his fights in the UFC. Don't get me wrong. One, two, three, four, five, and he's won 2 out of 5. So it's like he's like 2 for 7. So yeah, I do get the line in a way, but it's like who's he losing to? Brandon Royval, top 3 in the UFC for the division, top 5 at least. Mateus Nicolau was also top guy in his day. He's gone now, but still top guy. Steve Erceg, top guy in the division. Cody Durden, a really good grappler, good fighter. And then we have Joseph Morales, who's also the winner of Tough, really, really good himself. So I don't really hold any like ill will for this guy. Like he's not good. I do think Schnell is good enough to win this fight. I feel like he just has to stick behind a process and not get nuked. And that's the tricky part for him is not to get nuked because Costa is a dangerous guy. He does fine finishes. He has KO power and he has some decent finishes. Like he finished Flick, Borjas, Stuart Nichols. I mean 2 out of 3 of those guys are terrible, but regardless, he got wins. Costa's only really finished Alden Korea, and or no, he's been finished by Alden Korea. He has lost to Urseg, TKO by Albazi. Like these aren't great losses, so I'm gonna go with. Oh man, I gotta go with Costa here, but man, the odds are disgusting, and I'm more likely to take Matt Schnell here after these odds as my donation spot of the card. So yeah, be careful betting that and don't go crazy because I don't expect it to win, but you're giving me odds like that. It's like I might as well just take a poke at it, right? Alrighty, I think we're almost done. It's like 4 more, I think. Yeah, we got Bryce Mitchell versus Santiago Luna. I don't get these odds. He almost gave me plus 200 at one point. Santiago Luna is an absolute beast. I think he will be fraud checked one day, don't get me wrong, but like he has shown good power, good takedown defense, good grappling, well to an extent. And yeah, he TKO'd Quang Lee, beat Pacheco, so it's like he has some decent wins, but man, Bryce Mitchell's grappling is next level. And if he can't hang with the grappling, I feel like he's cooked. Because Bryce Mitchell, is a lot of things, but the guy has, shown that he can grapple and he's been doing this at a pretty high level for a long time. When did he join the UFC again? Yeah, he joined the UFC in like 2018. So there's nothing really you could say to this guy. Like this guy's been doing it for a long time, and he's beat some good guys. And yeah, I'm gonna go with Bryce Mitchell here. I feel like he's just leveled up. Um, and Santiago, I don't even know who do I take here. This is hard. I said Bryce Mitchell. Hold up, just want to make sure I have it right because I am torn on a few of these spots. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. Pass fight. I could go either way. If I had to pick, gun to my head, I'd probably lean Luna, but it's so close, man. I don't want to sit here and get quoted for that. Then everyone bets him and be like, oh well, he lost. It's like yeah, because it's a coin flip fight. So yeah, man. Santiago Luna, I guess, but it's close. Moving on. We have Fares Ziam versus Tom Nolan. I gotta go with Fares Ziam here. I just think Ziam is the truth. He's improved a lot in his career, whereas Tom Nolan is just he's all right. Don't get me wrong. He has skills. He can have some decent submissions, some power on the feet. He submitted Charlie Campbell, TKO Bogdan Grad. He's a good fighter. I think Tom Nolan's a really good fighter, and I do like this matchup a lot. I just think it's a little bit, I don't know, out of reach, I guess, for Tom Nolan, whereas Faraziem is good everywhere as well. But he just seamlessly does it together. He mixes in his wrestling, and I just think he's better. Honestly, a better version. He's tighter. Oh, pause. He has a tighter guard, and he just, I don't know, he fights behind a process a lot better than Tom. Tom can be really dangerous. Don't get me wrong, but I just think ZM's gonna probably probably find the win by decision if I had to pick. But man, it's a hard way to choose how he's gonna win because ZM could honestly, I don't even know. Like he could submit him, he could knock him out, he could win a decision. Like ZM's just he knows how to win fights, and that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go fair ZM. He's improved a lot since his fights with McKinney and etc. So gonna go fair ZM here, and I'm gonna go with him by decision or round. I don't know, or just KO. I guess I don't know. It's close. Give me a second, guys. My eyes are like so heavy. I don't know why. Like I haven't even done anything really. I don't think. regardless, regardless, we're gonna get through this together, guys. Hold my hand. Okay, we're gonna get through it. Let's go. So yeah, Farazan gets the win in my opinion, but it's close-ish. I do think he's a better fighter than Tom Nolan, but Nolan's a dangerous guy, so we'll see. Moving on, we have Brendan Allen versus Edmund Shahbazyan. I gotta go with Brendan Allen, but man, I just don't think this is great. I don't think these odds are right. I think Shahbazyan is, or they're actually pretty close now, but they weren't at one point. I just think Shahbazyan's going to be too fast with his hands. I do think his boxing is going to be better, but man, Brennan is a dog. He's going to out grapple Edmund, in my opinion. I feel like he's just a better MMA fighter. I just feel like he's sloppy and slow, but what he makes up for that is heart and resiliency and cardio. And I just think Shahbazyan kind of locks the ladder. So it's going to be talent versus durability experience. We'll see how it plays out. I gotta go with Allen, but it's a really close fight, and I could see Edmund definitely finding the chin somehow, or Edmund. I don't know. I don't know how. I think Edmund's live here. I feel like he has made the improvements. He's training with Sean Strickland, someone who's beat Brendan Allen, so he should know Brendan Allen's game. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I can't really make heads or tails on some of these matchups, and this is one of them because I just think Edmund is, on the rise and still young, and Brendan Allen is not. So we'll see, guys. I'm not sitting here all excited. This co-main event is not honestly like you could have put Farizia and Tom Nolan as a co-main event. I would have been more happy. Bryce Mitchell versus Luna. Like there's better fights in the card. Like Allen, I guess name value, but it's not a great fight in my opinion. I feel like it could live up and be a good fight, but on paper, it's nothing I'm too excited to watch. So, yeah, guys, before my eyes completely shut, let me just finish this up. Yeah, man, Brendan Allen, Emin Shabazi, co-main event 2026. This is where we're at in life. Sorry, it's not a dream. You are in hell, and life is miserable. Just accept it and move on. Yeah, Bilal Muhammad versus Gabriel Bonfim. Moving on. I gotta go with Muhammad, but man, if he gets finished early, I would not be surprised just because of the pure danger threat of Muhammad, or sorry, of Bonfim. He has pretty good power, um, and I do think he is. I can't remember what I'm talking about. That's how tired I am. I think Bonfim has good calf kicks. He's dangerous. He's got good front chokes. But if he doesn't get that, I feel like he mentally breaks. And if you're mentally breaking against Bilal, you're in for a long 25 minutes. I do think Bilal can potentially drown him in the third, fourth, and fifth. So I'm going to stay away from this one just because I have mixed feelings about it. But it definitely could work out to be where Bonfim just gasses him and get a good live spot. So yeah, man. I think Bilal wins. That's my final read on this. But he's got to be careful early because I know Bonfim's going to come out looking for a finish early because I don't think he's prepared for 5 rounds, or at least I don't think he wants to go 5 rounds. So I could see him coming out hot, potentially finishing Bilal early or whatever. So yeah, man, that is my prediction for this fight. I just think Gabriel Bonfim has good boxing against the fence, but if he's the one getting backed up, I don't like that from him. He's looked pretty human in the past little bit, and he that fight against Wonder Boy, which he arguably lost. The fights, even I can't even remember the now. Let me look at his record, but he's had some rough goes as of late. Even the ones he's won. Yeah, Randy Brown was a good win. Thompson was a joke. Yeah, losing to Dalby, getting finished like that, not a great look. But yeah, man, it's just I don't know. I'm not really a fan of Bonfim after that stun he pulled with the other guy who was I can't even remember his name. He fought him and he quit basically from exhaustion. Yeah, it is what it is. Sorry, guys, my brain's half working right now. I'm just glad I'm not slurring or going on tangents. I just think Bonfim is. I think he's the worst brother in my opinion, or actually not even the worst brother. I think he's just it's just another set of brothers in the UFC. They're just are not that good. So yeah, I gotta go with Bilal Muhammad here. Close fight, really close fight, but nothing else really left to say other than that. And yeah, now it's time to get into the prospect of the card. Oh my goodness, I gotta go with um probably Santiago Luna or something. I'd probably say. Now fight of the night, I'd probably say. Maybe Allen or Shahbazyan or maybe DM or Nolan. I don't know, man. There's a few options here. And then my top five most confident picks. I'd have to say McGee number one, tied with Chavez and Costa number one. Number two is Barnowski. Number three is Brito. Number four is ZM, and number five is um I would say Ketlin Souza is probably my seven. Yeah, that's my list. I think that's everything. Yeah, like, subscribe, you know the drill. Catch you in the next one. Keep profiting with us. We haven't lost a card period all last week. Some bets cards we didn't bet like Brave and Fury, but regardless, man, we're still eating on all these cards, and that's all that matters, right? On to another big week. We got a busy week this week. We have UFC, or sorry, we have EFC, BKFC, One FC, Verizon, Octagon, Brave, Eras, UFC. Pretty busy week, guys. You can only get this information on my picks for each promotion in my Discord, so check that out. Like, subscribe. You know the drill. I'll catch you in the next one. Until next time, peace.